Hello guys, it's me, the Quest of Anime here, and today we're going to make a video about the importance of an ending, and how an ending can affect the whole show. Now, before we get into that, if you guys want more content like this, please hit that like button and subscribe. It means a lot to me, and it motivates me to make more content. But let's get into the video. Have you guys ever heard this thing that is pretty well known? It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Well, that saying, when it comes to me in anime, goes way back. Because for me, I think the ending is more important than the beginning of a show. Why is that? Well, let's get into the video and I'll talk about that. For any of y'all who are saying that the beginning is the most important thing of an anime, I get you. First impressions come a long way when it comes to watching anime or in general. But here's the thing. You can always have that mindset in the beginning that allows you to say, maybe, just maybe, it'll get better. You're in the beginning. There's so much more episodes to go. So you'll never know if the anime will get better if you don't give it enough time. Now, there's a lot of examples that I have for this. And it does happen quite a few times. Three examples I have of this would be Ayagi SS. How do I say it? This girl's path, the first girl, I don't know her name. She had like the most her thing was so confusing and bored me so much that I considered in dropping it. But after episode 3 and I saw her, and then I realized that this anime is is a it's a new girl every 2 episodes. I started changing my viewpoints of this anime. I was like, okay, this is pretty good. Look, I don't watch anime and read the synopsis or anything. I watch anime out of a impression and then just go from there and see how it goes. I don't know why, but that excites me when I watch anime. Another example would be the sequel as well, but the difference between the sequel is there's 3 girls instead of 5 girls, so like 4 episodes for each of them. Where's she at? Her path was so confusing to me. I was very confused on what I was looking at, and I didn't really like it. Then her path came along, and I pretty much loved it. And then her path came along, and I'm like, it's okay. So yeah, there are moments like this where the beginning can sway your opinion on the whole show. But if you give it enough time, there might be a chance that the anime is actually pretty good. But when it comes to an ending, that's a completely different story. When it comes to an ending, there is no extra episode. There is nothing that can fix that ending. If you even try to fix it, you could possibly retcon the whole show. So it's really hard to fix a bad ending. And a bad ending leads to a bad perception of the show. I had that happen many times where I watched an anime and I hated the ending. Major example of this would be Clannad After Story. When it comes to Clannad After Story, I really love this show. I honestly do. This show is amazing. But that ending I hate to death. I'm not going to explain why I hate that because that's a controversial topic that I will save when I get a little bit bigger. But my god, do I hate that ending. And how do I say it? I really enjoy the show. I really do. I think the show deserves a 9 or a 10. But that ending just left such an impression on me where I just couldn't give it a 10. So I gave it an 8. I was gonna give it a 9, guys. I'm not gonna lower the score by 2 just because of the ending. No worries. But yeah, I'm not gonna explain why I dislike that ending. I just know that I just do. That ending just left a so bad impression in my mouth. But yeah. The ending of an anime is so important because that's the last thing that you see and it leaves a big impression on you. Like, how do I say it? That Clannad ending, even though I watched that a year ago, I never forgot it. Because of how pissed off I was at that ending. Again, I'm not going to explain that because, if I'm going to talk something controversial, may as well save it. Yeah, but you get the point, right? The ending is the thing that you think about the most based on how well or bad it went. Like, if an anime is great, if they have a good ending, then it may change your whole view on the anime, especially if you kind of disliked it in the beginning and then the ending was so beautiful. Your way of thinking when watching this episode would be changed. Your viewpoints of it will be changed. It all depends on how the ending goes. I have no what you call experience with a ending that I found beautiful, because sadly your boy didn't watch some great anime recently, so I can't remember a time where I really liked an ending and I disliked the beginning and the middle of the show. But yeah, but I would say this though: it takes good a good a good middle, or a great middle to lead to a great end or bad end. You see, if the middle of an anime is not that great, then there's probably no reason for you to continue the anime and watch the ending, you know? And a bad ending does not apply with a bad show in general, because let's be honest, if you dislike the show, you're probably gonna drop it by now, or you wouldn't care how bad the ending is. And you wouldn't care how bad the ending is. But yeah, you get the point, right? Although I think the beginning, it doesn't matter how good or bad the beginning is, because if the middle does a decent job, not expecting it to do great, then you can have a really good time with the anime. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys then. But hey, depending on the show and depending on the ending, if the ending is bad, but it doesn't really affect the show that much, then that's okay. You know, sometimes you can't make a masterpiece of an ending or a decent ending. That's okay. But it really depends on how the ending affects the whole show. But yeah, thanks guys for watching. I'll see you guys then.